Hi everyone, I hope you're all doing well. So we're gonna do a pick a group reading. We're gonna do for each group 3 things that you need to know right now. So if you pick more than one group, maybe you have 6 things you need to know or 9 things, 3, 6, 9. So maybe that means something to you right there. So for the first group, we have, let's just pull a charm, scissors. Just go with your intuition here. I feel like these won't be connected necessarily to the reading. The second group, we have scissors. And the third group, we have a clock here with 1010. So gold scissors, silver scissors, or a clock that says 1010. Very interesting. Okay, so we're using a whole bunch of decks as well. And I was saying this to Taurus in a couple of readings ago that tarot is alchemy. So when you mix a whole bunch of different cards together, you're creating a message. And I feel like sometimes the more decks that I bring in, the more complicated the message gets. But it's like something alchemizes that doesn't necessarily happen when you use just 1 or 2 decks. Does that make sense? I feel like that's a message for someone. Maybe there's more ingredients or more things you need to pull into something in order to see the complexity of what it is that you're doing. I feel like by intentionally making something more complex, maybe doubling up on things, you will gain a better understanding of how they are the same. Okay, let's get started. And we'll start with group 1, the gold scissors. Okay, group 1. Okay, group 1. Let's see what message we have for you. Where should we start? We'll start with the tarot. Actually, I'm using these cards here. They're from the game Dungeons and Dragons, but I feel like they'd be interesting to divinate with. So the first time I'm using them. So we're gonna go ahead and do that. 3 things that you need to know. Spirit guides for group 1, the gold scissors. 3 things that group 1 needs to know. And we'll pull 2 cards over here just to get an overall kind of vibe for the reading. We have potential. And I'm seeing something about someone's hair. Ascension. There's a potential to ascend here. Tell me quickly, what's this message about the hair? Careful if you have hair, that is. And these are general messages, so, take what resonates. But if you have hair, be careful of who you allow to touch your hair. Okay? It's very important, especially when it comes to strangers. Hair can be viewed as a kind of spiritual antenna, if you like, and many cultures have special rituals around hair, so take that into account, okay? Also, if you don't have hair, then be careful of whose hair you are touching. I guess this goes for everyone, okay? Because hair does carry energy. All right, interesting. And with the scissors here, if you're going to get a haircut, yeah, there could be something there, okay? Make sure you trust the energy. If you don't, really, it's important, I'm getting. Interesting. All right, let's get to your message. The first thing that you should know, we have Weaver. Ooh. So this card is talking about your need to choose a path at this time. But it's not just a need to choose a path, it's a need to choose how you want to present yourself in this particular environment or on this path. Because however you choose to present yourself, whatever persona you take on, what you share and what you don't share, I'm hearing what you keep private will matter. Okay. The Seven of Swords, what you keep private will matter. Also, let's see what this says. Salve e coagula. This is Latin for decomposing something and then bringing it back together. So I feel like you're in the creation here of some kind of identity of yours. This could be in work or it could be in love. You're presenting yourself to the world or to somebody in some way. Whatever breaks down will be built back up again. You have an opportunity, a real opportunity here to be mindful. I wonder what that light beam is being caused by. To be mindful of, I don't know, that's a strange distraction, isn't it? It's weird too, guys. I'm just noticing now that there's a grid on my screen and typically that isn't there. I have no idea why that's there. I must have hit some kind of setting to, center the shot or frame the shot. Yeah, so there's interesting 369. There's three. Interesting. There's some kind of matrix thing going on here. And let me not get too lost, but this is important. Because it's cutting me up, right? Like my eyes are in one square, my mouth is in another, and I feel like that goes with Salve e coagula. One sec. Make sure that the identity that you're weaving for yourself in wherever this is for you is one that is authentic to you and sustainable. Some of you are beginning down something new, right? And you have to present yourself in a particular way. It could be a job interview, whatever, right? But you really need to be authentic. You can be conscious of what you decide to leave out and what you decide to include when you tell people things or the words you choose to use, I'm hearing. But make sure it's authentic to you. Also, I'm getting, if you're changing your look, be mindful of who's influencing the look. I don't know. Okay, so let's see what else is going on here. What's your desire? The reason why this is becoming such a big theme for you right now is because you are changing. So the changes that you're experiencing on the inside, you may feel like you need to express them some way on the outside. And I feel like you're ready for this, okay? Don't act naive, whatever you do. I feel like you have something that somebody doesn't, and you could be in trying to impress this person or a group of people or relate to them or relay something to them, but don't fashion yourself in the way they do, or don't mirror or mimic them, because they're not there to see themselves, they're there to see you. Okay, I don't know what this is all about. It could be in any aspect of life. I could even think of this relating to love. it's okay to be vulnerable, I feel like, in this environment. And so long as you know that people are not going to argue with you about your vulnerability, right? Strength. So don't open up to people about your vulnerabilities, your deepest, wounds, unless you know there's going to be some kind of reciprocity in the energy or some receptivity in the energy. Otherwise, you're wasting words, okay? And you're giving something away that you really ought to keep to yourself. Very interesting. Tell me more about potential here. Yeah, there's a potential here to get into some kind of competition with others, or an argument, a conflict with someone. But what's going to get you through to the other side of this turmoil in whatever this is about here is really being careful again about how you present yourself, but making sure it's true to yourself. So I'll just use myself as an example. Like, obviously here I'm myself, but certainly there are aspects about my life that I would not share openly, on YouTube to whoever. You never know who's watching, right? And there are some things that I definitely will and have shared that are really vulnerable, but I feel like there's a receptive energy on the other side to kind of hold that there in a safe place for me. There's an energetic understanding, but there are other things in my life that are just not necessary to bring in here, okay? And they have their own place and time. And I feel like using that as an example might be useful for you. Because there could be a tendency here for you to talk about another aspect of your life in order to show someone you can relate to them. So, for example, maybe you're trying to talk to your boss or a coworker or students or friends or a lover or a family member, and you want to tell them that you've been just where they have been, but that's not useful for them in that moment. Something like that, okay? Use your intuition about what that's all about. Okay. Let's take a look here at the second thing you need to know right now. Balance. Ooh. At the bottom, it's interesting. It says, lawful becomes chaotic, good becomes evil, and vice versa. Let's see what this is about. 8 of Swords in reverse and Matrix. Ooh, you're navigating something pretty serious. Some of you could be going to law school, or you're lawyers, or there's an interest in law or something about law here. If it's not law, you have to be very clever with something, very smart, really take care of your Mercury, I'm getting. There's a very intentional energy in your reading, or a need to be very intentional and not just fly by the seat of your pants or just throw your trust into someone else's arms. Because not all is not what it seems, I'm hearing. All is, I'm getting like something like, all is not what it seems, it's what you make it. Yeah, and it's like the lines, the Matrix, right? Control your image, I feel like, is a message. It's a strange one, huh? Okay. Hopefully this is making sense to you. Don't worry about being liked. Of course, we want to be pleasant with others, okay? I'm not saying be rude. Even in love here, okay? It's like, don't worry about their opinion of you. you can only manipulate or control someone's perspective of you for so long until they intuitively see that you're something or someone else, or that you've been kind of only showing them. I'm hearing the golden child. I don't know what that's about. Okay, maybe this is someone you're connected to. Take it how it resonates for you. Even if it means that things seem like they're not going the way that you want them to go, still speak as you. Speak with authority and admit the things you don't know. And when you need to put someone in their place, okay, or confront something, you're going to have to do that. And you're going to have to do that swiftly. Yeah. Give me one more on this. The Lovers. For many of you, this is about something work, contract, legal, or something like this related. I'm seeing like energetically someone signing a contract here. So make sure you sign it with your ink and not someone else's. I don't know, guys. This is a very kind of cryptic message. Let me know if it's resonating. Sometimes when I do these, I don't know what's going on. I also feel like you might be speaking to someone in a way that you think they will like or will be receptive, or you'll get something back from them in speaking in this way to them. It could be negative or positive, the way that you're acting or communicating or speaking. But that's not the right way. Less passion, more analytical mind. Okay. Tell me more about the matrix here. What's the matrix? Page of Cups. You're going to be dealing with someone here who comes off as if it's like they have this thing about them that tells you, if you only knew how to properly talk to them, if you only knew how to say what they wanted to hear, or deliver something in the way they wanted, then they would be happy and they would accept you and they would, things would be great. But underneath the facade of this person is an inability to really work with others. There's kind of a lack of social skill or understanding at some level. This person, 5 of Cups and 3 of Pentacles in reverse. They have no I want to say empathy, but it's not in the way of meaning like compassion. It's almost like they just can't read people's facial cues or signals. It's strange, guys. It's really strange. They're kind of off in their own world. They're very hard to read, I feel like. And it's interesting because the reason they're hard to read is because they have a hard time reading others. So use that to your advantage, I'm hearing. Okay. This person's dealing with some sadness and some regret here about not knowing what's right for them. And then when they do know what's right for them or for a company or whatever it is, they don't know how to communicate that properly. They wonder about the decisions they make. Okay, so I feel like there's an energy here you're going to be going back and forth with that's a little difficult. And so just be yourself. Don't get stuck in your mind about what you need to do to get the job, to make this person happy, to solve the problem. Speak with truth and integrity, even if it hurts somebody, okay? And I don't mean be mean. Just focus on the energy of truth. If you're an empath and an intuitive, which lots of you are, probably all of you are, I can't imagine, but I'm sure there are people who are not watching tarot. But anyways, one stage of being an empath or an intuitive person is communicating with others. Your style of communication with others is based on their reaction, because you intuitively, empathically can feel what their response will be, or how they're taking your words, or how they're interpreting your message. It's like you can feel it. And if there's any discomfort there can be a tendency, if you're an empath or an intuitive, to kind of turn things in a way that's more acceptable for them. But in that turning of things, the truth might get distorted or lost, or it becomes part of a matrix message or a matrix communication and interaction, an ego-based connection. So sometimes as an empath and an intuitive, we have to remember that the person in front of us, or the person we're communicating with, it's their responsibility for how they interpret whatever it is that we're saying to them. Okay? It's their responsibility. It's not ours to get in there and try to help them out, Right. It's not our responsibility to cut off all the thorns if they want to accept a rose, I'm hearing. I don't know, guys. Okay. What's the third thing you need to know? Maybe we won't do this kind of reading again. This is strange. Okay. Mask. Ooh. Your appearance is changed at someone else's discretion. Oh, we have two cards here. We have North. Ooh, and a straight line upwards with the star in reverse. This is like one big message here. I feel like it's all kind of talking about the same thing. Really do not change who you are for any kind of progression anywhere. Stay true to you, to your North. You might get short-term gain here by wearing some kind of mask, but in the end, it's not going to last here. So if this isn't your message, that's okay, but somebody needs to hear this. You can't abandon yourself and who you truly are. Even if there's parts of you don't like, you have to own them. Yeah, you can change things about yourself, absolutely, but you can't just abandon them. They don't go away like that. You don't say, okay, today I don't want to be an introvert. I'm not an introvert anymore. I will not be an introvert anymore. I'm just using that as an example. It doesn't happen that way, right? You could do things to help you extrovert more, but you have to honor that essence of who you are. Something like that. So don't force yourself into some kind of role here. People who resonate with you will understand you, okay, and work with you and want to listen to you, and you will want to listen to them. And people who don't, that's okay. They don't need to be there, right? They don't need to be around. They'll go. People come and go, right? And some people need to go, okay? I once went for a job interview, and it was like a 2-day long process. In my field, it's like ridiculously stupid, the interview process and what I do in my other, life. But it requires like a dinner and a whole bunch of things, right? And I really wanted this job. It was with a really prestigious place, a really well-known, well-respected place. And I wanted this job so bad. But when I got there, the people were assholes, straight up. And I knew it instantly. And I knew instantly that we did not resonate. And I sat in the hotel that night, and I had we had a dinner before, and then we were going to have the big interview the next day. And I sat in the hotel that night, and I thought to myself, well, I could go on there and put on a performance, show the self that these people are interested in, the kind of personality that I think they're looking for based on our dinner and all this stuff, right? Or I could just be me. And being me in that moment was a me that wasn't really happy with the situation. So I kind of used my shadow a little bit. And I'm telling you all this because this is part of your message. It's interesting, after I just said that I wouldn't talk about some things in my life. So I kind of threw the energy back to them because I had already decided this wouldn't work in the long term, regardless of whether I was hired or not. We just weren't resonating. It was just not going to happen. I didn't want to be there. It's like the whole idea of the job shifted for me. So I threw the energy back to them, and it really caught them off guard, and their masks dropped, and I really saw who they were underneath, the vulnerability, and why they were putting on this kind of show. That was weird, right? It was a weird thing. And in that moment, it made me realize that the way they were treating me and acting towards me wasn't about me necessarily at all. It was that they were wearing a mask, and the person they wanted to hire, they wanted that person to wear a mask too. So it would be like a whole bunch of fake people working together. You know what I mean? All right. That's a message for someone. And, I'm definitely happy that never went through. And the way I handled it really taught me a lot. It was a lesson for me, a big lesson for me about what I'm looking for in my life. Okay, group 1, that's what I have for you. I hope that helped. I'll see you next time. Okay, what do we have? Patrick, you're not eating yet, buddy. Okay, group 2, the smaller silver scissors. Let's see what we have for you. I'm going to pull out 2 oracle cards here to get an overall message, an overall vibe. Ooh, we have relationship. Perception coming out. I saw a new day, but let's just take perception. Relationship with perception. Okay, I'm using these cards here. They're from the game Dungeons and Dragons. So, yeah. They're a little bit different, but I think they're pretty fun to use. So let's see. For group 2 spirit guides, what's 3 things group 2 needs to know? Get some tarot. 3 things group 2 needs to know. 3 things group 2 needs to know. I'm hearing you're ready for something, and falling on my lap is the Ace of Pentacles and the Six of Swords in reverse. Something's been on your mind. You haven't been able to really release something. Could be a relationship, or it could just be your relationship to something, an idea, an opportunity, a talent of yours. And I feel like you are ready to receive. Ooh, Ace of Swords. Interesting how I turned these over, because let's turn them back around, because I didn't for the other groups. or other group. There's something unique about you. Okay, let's see. The first thing you need to know. Uriel? Ooh. So this is a game. Remember I said that? This is not literal. This is not the message, okay? But I wanted on the card it says you are cursed. You are not cursed, okay? But this is what it says. It kind of caught me by surprise. I feel like maybe somebody's saying something to you and it's going to be like, "Whoa, what?" Like okay, let's see what that is. Lower plane. Ooh, I feel like you're kind of seeing someone's true colors here and the way they conceptualize life, their perception of relationships, their perceptions of people, maybe even their perception of you. But it feels like it's definitely coming from a shadow space. You could also be dealing with a person who feels like life has done them wrong. This could be you too. Whatever the case is for you, you know better, okay? You know that that perception is coming from a wounded place. The devil. Ooh. Saucy. Okay. The Tower. And the Ace of Wands in reverse. What's this one? Four of Wands in reverse. Okay, give me a second to sit with this energy because it's pretty intense. No, Patrick. Careful. About how you let somebody's words affect you or actions, but I feel like with the Ace of Swords, it's words. Somebody might be speaking their truth to you really soon or communicating something to you. And I feel like you need to create a little bit of a distance from whatever it is they're saying. Don't take it in, don't take it on, because it is coming from a really intense place for this person that feels almost desperate. Whoever, and I hope we're not talking about you, but you never know. You never know, okay? But I'm just going to talk about it like it's another person. But if it's you, then, take it that way. But this person feels like they have nothing. No stability, no hope, no relationship here with you. Knight of Cups. I feel like they're looking for happiness with you, from you. They're looking for communication with you about something. They want you to relieve them of something. But it feels like they really are looking for something specific to happen that is coming from a place in the shadows that is having this person's having a little bit of a crisis situation. I feel like maybe this is between the two of you, or maybe this is something else going on in their life, but it's like they want to make you happy as well, but they feel like they can't. And they want you to make them happy, but they really want something specific from you. The Fool, a new beginning, or some optimism, or for you to take a risk in something with them. To take a chance here on them, or with something, maybe they want you to leap into something with them. But I feel like the advice here, well, let's see, what's the advice? Whoa, okay. 3 of Cups, 6 of Swords, Ace of Pentacles, Queen of Swords. If you've been waiting for this person to extend something towards you, I feel like it's coming here, okay? But be diligent about your answer and your response, as well as how you're taking in whatever it is they're saying. Because there is something toxic here. Let's see if we can get further into this. I truly feel like whoever this is, they feel cursed. They feel cursed in love. They feel cursed in love. Oh, it's a strange feeling. Let me get some of these cards. What are we talking about here with this person? Subconscious. Pros and cons. Choices and missing pieces. What's the missing pieces? Wait. If you haven't really been talking to this person for some time, or there's been some distance in your relationship, some coldness, or you just felt disconnected, there's something this person's been waiting for, a missing piece here. As they feel it, that they needed before they made a choice. The missing piece, this is complicated. The missing piece, though, is in their subconscious. It's their perception. They need to change their perception here. Yeah, 5 of Cups. This person's holding and harboring a lot of sadness in their life. Why does group 2 need to know all this? The Wheel of Fortune in reverse. Because I feel like there is going to be a pull for you to go on a cycle with this person that maybe isn't for your benefit here. 10 of Pentacles in reverse. There's something going backwards. If this person wants you to invest in something financial with them, you know, make sure that this is something that you want to do, because it's coming from a place of desperation. And if it's not financial, this, I don't know, there's something here that Spirit is warning you against with this person. And it's not like they have bad intentions with you. That's not what I feel. I just feel like by going along with what they want, or by taking in their words and holding them as your truth, whatever that means, is kind of living this person's karma. It's like they want you to live their karma, or take on their karma, or be by their side, you know, like the ship is sinking and you're going down with them kind of idea. I hope not, but that's the message I have for the first thing you should know. Okay. Second thing you should know. Don John. It says on this card, you have become entombed in an extra-dimensional sphere. You remain imprisoned until you are found and released. You can't draw again. Like draw another card, it means. I feel like this person that we're talking about, you need to release this energy. And it doesn't necessarily mean that you have to like cut ties with them, although you did choose the scissors. But if this is someone that you can't cut ties with, or you don't want to, you need to separate yourself from their energy. Let them live their life. Let them make their choices. Let them be their own individual, you know, and don't take on their life. For some of you, this could be like someone wants to relocate and it's not in your best interest. And you really have to think about that, what that means for you. Neptune. Queen of Wands in reverse. There's something you're not seeing clearly here, not yet at least, when it comes to, and these could be different people in your life. There's definitely some misperceptions going on here about relationships, either from your end or someone else's. Why is the Queen of Wands in reversed? Yeah, Hangman in reverse, the Four of Swords, Page of Pentacles, and the Nine of Wands. You're not seeing something, and I feel like it's because it's a little difficult to see. And I feel kind of nauseous, to be honest here. This energy is nauseating. I thought these were going to be fun messages. Whatever needs to come through. Page of Wands. Okay, no, not about me. Thank you. Ace of Cups. With Neptune and the Queen of Wands in reverse here, and being trapped or entombed or whatever, I feel like somebody could be love bombing you or offering you things or trying to appeal to your ego here. They could be saying all the things that you want to hear. The Star in reverse. Okay. What's the advice here? Seven of Cups, Three of Swords in reverse, and the Knight of Wands in reverse. Why the Knight of Wands in reverse? The Devil. Don't get lost in someone's illusion here. No matter what they're giving you, okay? Really think about what it is, how this situation, whatever they're presenting to you, whatever they're saying, whatever they're communicating, think about how this is beneficial for that person versus you. Because it might be beneficial for the other person, and you might feel like you should go along with it because it's good for them. But I feel like that would only be lying to yourself here about the eventuality of the situation, which looks like it's not going to last here, or that something would stop your own growth. For this is specific. Some of you have a really good friend and they have a lot of toxic relationship problems, okay? And they're constantly talking to you about that, and it's starting to really affect your energy. And you need to make a boundary here with that person. Oh my goodness. Okay, let's see. The third thing you need to know. Key. You're going to gain a rare magic weapon with which you are proficient. Hell yeah, that's what you need in this situation. You really do need this. Vision, you're going to see. Yes, 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 yes. Knight of Swords in reverse. Good. Okay, you're going to get some wisdom. I'm hearing some clairvoyance, a download, the truth. You're going to see through this whole situation. And I feel like we could be talking about multiple people here, different people. But you're not going to act. I feel like you're not going to take the action that this person wants you to take. Oh, you had me worried there. Okay, let's see. What's the key, Spirit guides? What's the key? Queen of Cups in reverse. Strength. The key is to know your own weaknesses. Okay, it's to know the vulnerabilities you have inside. What is it that you would love somebody to say to you? Or that one thing, if you're in a relationship, it's like, what's that one thing you wish would happen in the relationship but your partner just won't do? What's that thing, that this person could use kind of to manipulate you or control you? And then address what that thing is, okay? Maybe this person, you really want to hear specific words from them, or an offer, or some kind of plan that they're going to make. Why do you need to hear that? Like, what is it about that security that, what am I trying to say here? Know your shadow, in other words, and why you do the things you do. Because this person knows how to talk to you, how to get to that place where you're going to be like, maybe I should go along with this. Maybe I should talk to them, or maybe we should move there, or maybe this would be the best thing for me. Even though I'm hearing you're waffling and you don't really intuitively feel like this is the right thing for you, this person knows what to say. They know what to offer you, because it is something that you want, whatever they're going to offer you, but you need to know why you want it. That's what I'm trying to say. You need to know why you want what they're offering. And that will help you understand better if it's good for you or not. Okay, group 2. That's the message I have for you. Let's go to group 3. Okay, group 3, with the clock here, 10:10. Let's see what messages want to come through for you. I'm using these cards. They're from a game called Dungeons and Dragons, so they're a little bit strange. Kind of dramatic, as I'm noticing as we do these readings. But I think they're going to be useful. So let's get to it. What's 3 things that you need to know? So far for group 1 and 2, the 3 things have been connected. Well, we'll see here. What's 3 things group 3 needs to know? Three things group 3 needs to know. And lastly, I'm hearing High Priestess. That's always a good sign. Okay, let's see. We're going to get some overall vibes here for your reading. This one, water, intuition, emotion, psychic capacities with new beginnings. Love this. A creative new beginning or a new beginning in love. We'll see. Okay. First thing you need to know, we have a skull. This represents death. Okay, and I like how he has his hand out like this. Let's see what this is going with. Temperance. Vision. Ooh la la. Okay, I like this, group 3, very much. You definitely have a new beginning with the death card or the skull in this deck. It took you a while to come to this transformation in your life. But it's been guided, okay? Like your guides have been with you on this journey, on this vision quest I'm hearing. I feel like some of you, this is just for someone, okay? There was some embarrassment here in the situation that you were transforming out of, okay? That took a lot of time there because there was some feelings of being embarrassed. But I feel like you understand what that's about now. Okay, just generally, we have a new vision. So let's see, what's this new vision? I feel like someone is resistant to your new beginning with the hand out like that. I also feel like there is a need to really stay present in this new beginning. So I'm seeing the skull with like one hand like this and then the other pushing the energy back like this. It's like, and you could stand like that, you know, do some energy work with your body. This is also a really good one to like hold the energy in your hand here and push away energy that you don't want. There's lots of things you can do like that to work with energy or to confirm and affirm in your body what you want to do in a particular situation energetically. Okay, and so seeing it like this, I feel like this person or you're trying to like keep the forces of the future that are perhaps cynical away from you, as well as the past. You know, the past is in the past, it's behind you. And this works well with the time, the clock. The clock, I'm hearing. The clock. What time is it right now? I'm seeing, I just saw 5005. What time is it for you? Okay. You're looking for authenticity in your life. Authentic connections, authentic ways of being, authentic living. And you're not going to wait for anybody else to make that happen for you. You are changing in who you are, the person that you are. You're not a person that waits for things to happen to them. You're a person that makes things happen for them. Strength. Yeah. You have a lot of courage. You've overcome outer and inner beasts, I'm hearing. And when you get that voice in your head like you can't do this, or this isn't right, or nobody loves you, or maybe hopefully you don't have those voices, but some kind of negative self-talk, which most of us have at some points in our life, and even we don't even realize it. Sometimes we don't even hear the voice, right? We just start feeling a certain way again in our body. There's something with maybe prana flow or energy work with your body you could be interested in doing, maybe Reiki, or it could even be simple yoga or mudras, anything. Be really useful for you. This is specific, okay, but I feel guided to give this message. If you are dealing with someone from the past and you just keep feeling their energy and you don't want to feel it anymore, you could literally do things to push the energy away. Like really inhale that energy that you're feeling and then really push it out. Like exhale it and then push your hands and like do that a few times to push the energy out of you. That's for someone specific, okay? I've done that myself. It's excellent. It really relieves a lot from the body, the weight of carrying things. I'm hearing memories. Okay. You've conquered a lot of those voices in your head though. Here, see how she's closing the lion's mouth? Taming the beast inside, as it were. But this is not just taming, it's making friends with. It's getting that shadow inside of you, the beast, the shadow inside of you, to also trust the light. Yeah. Ooh, I like that. So that's really the place that I feel we want to get to, is when our shadow trusts the light to kind of take the lead. Because when we act from our shadow place, it's often a place that doesn't trust, doesn't trust ourselves, doesn't trust others, doesn't trust God or the universe or whatever source, whatever, however you say. That's awesome. Love it. Okay, what's the second thing you should know? Orchard. You gain the seed of a fruit tree. If you plant it, it grows to fruition in 7 days. Okay, so I feel like 7 days something's happening. Unless the tree is chopped down, it provides unlimited food and sustenance forever. Oh, guys. Especially coming off the heels of the last couple of readings, this is so beautiful. Okay? And if you were in the last readings, this is still your reading, okay? Like, even though you're dealing with that other stuff. So, this transformation is planting something beautiful for you in your life that will grow into something that will give you sustenance. So you could be making a career out of your transformation, or you could be creating new relationships in your life. For some of you, you're like changing the chemistry within your body. You're aligning things, or I'm seeing like cells changing, like in a beautiful way. Okay, let's see what cards you have. 9 of Swords in reverse and Pluto. Ooh, this is transformation. Okay, big time. Now, sometimes this transformation can feel uncomfortable, right? So when we think about, like, say you got food poisoning, right? Your body, immediately wants to cleanse that out of you, right? Like, oh no, that's not happening. That's toxic. We need to get it out. And in that process of getting it out, it sucks, right? It's uncomfortable. It doesn't feel good. Maybe you're even mentally anxious about it. But your body knows that it does not want it. It cannot sustain there. Even your soul, it's all connected, really. It's like pushing that energy out. And I feel like that might be going on a little bit, or it might come up. So know that in that process of feeling uncomfortable, whether that's emotional, psychological, physical, all of it, whatever, know that this is part of a detoxification, metaphorically, maybe even actually, for you. You know, with Pluto and death, it's beautiful because it's transformation. We have new beginnings with water, so I know it's a beautiful transformation. Not all transformations are beautiful, but yours is, okay? But nonetheless, death is painful, and Pluto's about control. And if you try to control the outcome, you're going to work against the energy. What do you want to say about that? Seven of Swords. Yeah. You're going to miss something. What would controlling the outcome look like? Nine of Cups in reverse. I'm also getting a message. Don't try to make the cleanse or detoxification happen quicker. Like, allow something to happen naturally. Like, don't try to force anything out. Something needs to go at its own time here, or something like that. Even if this is emotionally, right? Don't try to push yourself into a place of, I'm on the other side in my new beginning. Allow things to just be kind to yourself here. What else? What else are we talking about here? Yeah, again with the message of the Nine of Cups in reverse. Allow for the unknown, the mystery on the other side. I mean, it's great to have a plan in life, right? Like, something that's necessary. I'm laughing because most of the time I don't. But yeah, plans are a good thing to have. But don't stay too attached to the outcome there, because you could try to steer things to go in a certain way. And the way that you could try to steer things, okay, is less abundant than what will actually be if you allow things to take root naturally. I'm hearing take root naturally. So you could, like the card said, you could chop the tree down, or you could have the sustenance grow on it forever, depending on how much you resist or don't resist the transformation. Tell me more about what this transformation is. You're accepting something here. You're coming to a place of acceptance of something that was shocking, painful. Your whole life was uprooted, internally, externally, whatever it was for you. And I feel like you spent a lot of time in the Eight of Swords trying to figure out what you did wrong, or what you could have done, or how you can get things back together or back on track, or, why is your life all that stuff, right? But with it in reserve, I was going to say, maybe that means something to you, reserve. But in reverse, with the Five of Cups here, you realize that you can't change what is and what was. Interesting. You can't change what is. So maybe there's still some kind of circumstance that's ongoing here, and you're accepting it for what it is and what it means in your life. So keep going with that energy of acceptance. And accepting something is pretty difficult because it brings it to an end. When you finally accept, it's the finality of the situation. Sometimes we don't want to accept something, well, most of the time, because we don't want to let go of it. You're strong enough now to drop this burden here of carrying the emotional weight. Could be about love. I'm seeing the Lovers poking out. The emotional weight of what happened, and you've been kind of carrying it for some time here. So this is really beautiful because you're allowing the transformation to happen. I'm seeing October 10 with 1010. That could mean something for someone. It's only been a matter of time until this transformation happens. With Temperance here too. It is time now for the transformation. So that's beautiful. Let's see the third thing that you need to know. The Star. I'm going to cry. This reading is so amazing. Increase one of your ability scores by 2 up to a maximum of 24. The 24th, maybe February 24th could mean something to someone, especially with the Star card here, Aquarius. But you're a badass. Your new beginning is you being a badass. Look at you here. This reminds me kind of like of a phoenix here. I feel like there's another card with the hands, like pushing energy away or pushing energy down. You're above something now. Let's see what the card is. Judgment. Holy shit. And rhythm. Cool. You're going to get into the rhythm here of being a badass. I want to say, in your new beginning, life just has, I'm hearing a hum to it. There's a vibration in your new beginning that is rhythmic. It's like everything just kind of feels like, yeah, man. Like kind of natural. It's just easy to go with the flow. And that rhythm is something that you're going to really feel. And it's guided, this rhythm that you're feeling, because when something comes into your life, it's going to throw the rhythm off. And that's how you'll immediately know it's not for you and how you're above it. I'm seeing musical notes here, a sheet. Yeah, how you're above certain energies and that whether you should give or not give here. This is so amazing, guys. Congratulations on this. This is huge. You've done something remarkable. You've also helped someone here, I feel, out of the goodness of your heart. Maybe it's by releasing them. Or it could be a stranger or somebody that you've helped someone out of the goodness of your heart without expecting anything in return. Yeah. Your intuitive abilities are definitely being heightened here. For some of you, you're gonna have an opportunity to decide what ability that is. I'm hearing, and decide well. Okay, I don't know how this is coming about for you, but it's like whatever you consider your abilities to be. Maybe this isn't even psychic. It could be in other aspects of your life. You're going to get to choose which one you want to lead with. So choose wisely. Okay, tell me more here. Tell me, I want to know more about the rhythm, I guess. King of Cups, 4 of Pentacles in reverse, 2 of Swords. Rhythm. I'm hearing rhythm is a dancer. I forget the rest of the words. You can feel it everywhere. What are the words to that? I feel like the lyrics to that song might be significant. Maybe that you already know them. I'm going to have to look them up because I feel like there's a message in there for you. Yeah. Maybe you want to listen to that song, regardless if you like that music or not. I feel like it could really uplift you at this time. Okay, King of Cups, Four of Pentacles in reverse, and you're accepting a peaceful path, a path of peace, a path of knowing when you need to use your head and when you can use your heart. It feels super balanced here. And I feel like you definitely know you don't overextend yourself. You know when you can help someone and when I'm hearing beyond reproach, like when they need to help themselves. Okay, and there's been a time where you needed to help yourself and you were looking for someone to help you, but you realized that you could only do it for yourself. And now, so now you are blessing others with that same gift of giving them the opportunity to heal themselves. Damn, that's good. All right. I feel like I want a last message for you. Where should we get our last message? I didn't do this for the other groups, but that's okay. Last message. The Holy Mountain. Let's see what the book has to say. It's number 25, which is a 7. The Holy Mountain invites you to go on a sacred pilgrimage to acquire vision and perspective. First, you must accept the present situation as an opportunity to discover higher understanding. Find a sacred altar where others who came before you have prayed and found wisdom, and make your offering there. Make a commitment to walk with courage, love, and compassion until you see with clarity the perfection of all. Amazing. I love you so much. I'll see you next time.